Today, I have a guest who's a hero of mine. I've known him for a long time. I've done a lot of podcasts with him. It's Richards, J.W. Richards. And he is director of the DeVos Center for Life, Religion, and Family at the Heritage Foundation. He's a senior fellow at the Discovery Institute, and he's the executive editor of The Stream. This is off the wall, but should we all be driving electric cars?
I mean, yeah, if you were in, it's funny you say this, Hank, because I actually really wanted to get a Tesla. I get not a new car, but a slightly used car about every 10 years. And in DC, the Tesla is ideal because it's like a 30-mile commute. They don't go anywhere else. And you get all sorts of benefits. In fact, my neighborhood has a free hookup out here. I could get free power. The problem is that if everybody were doing that, we don't have enough copper wire. We simply don't have the capacity in the grid for everybody to be able to do that. So even if you thought for various reasons, yeah, it makes sense to have electric cars so we're not hauling heavy fuel around with us. We don't have the capacity to do this. In order to do it, to build these batteries, we are relying on rare earth minerals from places like China, which have terrible environmental records. And for me, if anyone is really serious about converting from internal combustion engines to electric cars, the only way that's ever at all realistic, or that we're even going to increase the kind of percentage of electric cars, is to increase the power of the grid. And the only way to do that without increasing the use of fossil fuel for the power plants would be nuclear power. And yet a lot of the same people don't want to do that. So I think I don't know if they imagine that compost and some windmills and some solar power is somehow going to do this. There's just basic physics preventing that. So I suspect we could be one or two battery innovations away from it making more sense to use battery-powered cars, but we want to follow market dynamics on that. The reason almost everyone's still driving internal combustion engines is because at the moment, it's the most abundant, least expensive fuel for those purposes for most people. That's the reason. It's not because people hate the earth. It's because it's still, all things being equal, the kind of best fuel to use.